So,
I mean, that's...
last session, having met with the Emperor, they were tasked with escorting a foreign king back to the homeland by the name of Braytarth. After some journeys with their second in command of their unit, Orga, having fought some dire wolves, got separated and when a bridge went out as they were crossing it. Not shortly after that, they met a man with slicked back black hair and some fancier looking robes along the road, and were also met with some hooligan looking gentlemen who seemed to be in not the best mood. Sensing hostility, Eric shot first, and that is where we'll begin. Everyone, roll initiative.
Dun dun dun. This is where the fun begins.
Good one, good one.
Let's see.
How many birds? 14. So let's
Crap.
see. Doop. And
Once I get a good roll.
and
Garbage.
doop.
Well, I had 20. Let's see. Get select here.
Everybody.
Oh.
So since you did attack first, you do get a round of surprise round. Eric, go ahead and roll for that.
Okay, so I just roll attack, or you just give them a...
Yep, just roll an attack, then we'll go top of the round.
Alright, I like this. See the guy in the armor? The sprite, the guy that actually has a sprite? Yeah, fuck him.
Okay.
Later.
That's a 23.
Wow.
23 will hit.
Actually, that's a 25 technically, and then the Dread Ambusher needs to go. Let's see if it's fixed. It's still not fixed, so I get another D8. So that's 9 points of damage. Do I get an extra attack with the? Do I get an extra attack with the surprise round or no?
I'll let it slide, yeah.
Okay, because this is still technically the first round of combat, and if I'm getting another turn, I still have, this. So that's still another 2 arrows coming.
Yeah, it's an ambush, I'll count it.
Do it. Yeah.
You
You're
ambush them.
ambushing the ambushers.
So, yeah, this guy, same guy, the one in the nice armor. Yeah, that's a 27. Or 29.
Yep, that'll hit.
And, still not working. That's a 8 plus another D8. That's 16 points worth of damage.
Nice.
And then, fuck it, one more arrow, we'll do it. That's,
Damn, dude. Wow.
That's 25 plus 2 is a 27. And then...
Yeah, that'll hit.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just,
Sorry, I
yeah,
didn't
that's
re-roll it.
don't.
That's that, and then that. That's 13 points damage to Mr. Come out of the bushes. Who are you? So in total, that's 13, 16 is 29, plus 7. That's 36 points.
Sounds good. Now we'll go top of the round. As the gentleman here, whose name on the order round doesn't give it away, was, oh no, whatever will I do? I'm being attacked. Only some good, strong, these knights will help me. As he sits his ass down on a rock and that ends his turn. So it's one guy's turn. Let me check his movement. As he can't get any further than this, he'll go there. And he'll take 2 spears off his back. And throw one at you, Eric. That is a 25 to your AC.
Oh yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 12 damage.
Ooh, this guy hits hard.
And he's going to throw another one. This one's going to be at Victor. That is a nat 20.
Go ahead. The roll that normal damage.
Yep, I know.
And
Ooh, and that's a roll low. That's minimum damage.
congratulations, the armor has made back its worth.
That's only 6 damage.
Oh no.
You can't afford not to buy it.
And that's going to end his turn as he kind of glares over at the man with he's just sitting there blowing a puff out of his cigar. Kind of blows it in his direction. That brings it on you, Victor.
Victor takes offense to that. He's actually let me check something real quick. So I want to see if Hellish Rebuke works on it's a reaction. I just want to know if it works on melee damage or not.
It's on any attack that hits you,
Oh.
or any attack towards you. You can use as your reaction.
Well, fantastic. He's going to burn this man.
Bird?
Let's see.
Excuse me.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not on my list of attacks, so we'll just do this the video like the last time. Now, Rebuke. He's going to need to make a dexterity saving throw. DC save 15. As Victor points a finger at the man who just threw a spear at him.
Well, that's a
Spear at
massive
him.
7 to that dex save.
Yeah, so he's gonna point at him like the evil monkey from Family Guy. Say, you! Cut that out. And let's see, he's going to take... Yeah, it's 2d10. That's right. He's going to take 14 damage. And I also wreath myself in flames. Because why not? So that's the reaction.
It's basically as you're doing that, he yells out, "Surround them, you fluff!" as he gets blasted with fire.
So while that's happening, do I see this man right here? This gentleman up on the ridge?
Yes, you can see him. He jumped out of the tree.
Oh good, he's gonna jump a little further. We're going to give him the old lightning lure. Does a 17 hit this man?
It does.
So we're just gonna drag him directly next to me, and he's going to take... These guys, did I do this right? Hey, he should hit. So I think he needs to make a save to not be pulled 15 feet towards me.
Let me check his strength. That's a 7, so where you want him moved?
Let's see. Yeah, I want to move him between me and Eric. Everyone has a nice little take a nice round of attacks. Okay, yeah, he's taking 2d8 lightning damage while we're on top of that, so that would be 10 damage.
Okay, I've already factored that in.
Let's see, do I have anything else? That's... Well, action surge just yet. Can I still use my second attack and do another attack after that? Yeah, I think I can. So I'm gonna go for the second attack, which is just the regular old battle axe.
Okay.
I'm assuming 11 does not hit.
That will miss, unfortunately.
That's a shame. Anyway, that's my round of attack. That's my
Okay.
round.
Mountain Blood, you are up. Oh,
So
did not
I
have
am
that
going
on.
to.
Oop.
So I'm going to move over a couple spaces here, right up next to this guy in the bush, tree, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Then I'm going to lay down an attack against him with my great X here. Nine? Lucky roll.
High or low?
You mean high or low?
Pick high or low.
High.
Yep, you just missed the guy. Your axe kind of embeds in the tree, but it's able to pull it out, so it would take the rest of your action to pull it out.
Okay. Then should be able to use my extra attack on him.
Nope, I said it would take the rest of your attack to pull it out.
Okay. So I guess that's the end of it.
You rolled a 1. Bonus action or free action you want to do?
No.
Okay. Banderas, you are up.
Alright. He's going to, as he draws his weapon and activates Blade Song as naturally as he breathes, kind of dance his way past, around Eric here, end up over here, and cast Lightning Bolt in this direction. So both of these two get to make a...
Okay, keep in mind this guy is the nice-looking guy. That's why he has the 2 dots.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
You won't be nice looking for long with lightning bolt.
Gonna ask you again, do you want to attack the guy with the cigar in his mouth?
Yeah, he seems like an asshole.
I guess
He
we're
would-
doing this.
He was against starting this fight to begin with, but now that it's started...
Okay.
Okay, so they both get to make a dex save versus 16.
This is a magic attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah, your spell doesn't come out.
Nani?
Oh, somebody counterspelled.
As he seems to glare at you. Don't attack me. You don't want to get me mad.
Everyone just stares at and there's, dude, that's the fucking king. That's who we're looking for.
I thought we were unclear on that point.
No, we're pretty certain about this.
King, say
Well, fine. Humph. Just kind of crosses his arms and stands there.
Anything else you can do then?
Nope.
Eric, you are up then.
Eric immediately turns to the guy smoking a cigar. Do you want me to shoot him? And then just shoots at the guy in the armor again. This guy in the armor again. Now, I don't want to see him too broken, but this is still technically the first round of combat, right? Especially for me.
No, I'm gonna count the surprise round as the first round of combat.
Okay, I had to ask, but, you know, I would definitely accept a no at this point, so. Oh, I already rolled for...
doing
for
again.
check, so
Jesus.
there's that.
First one would have hit, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
That's 17 points of damage in total. Holy crap! I am running out of arrows.
Have you not been buying more arrows?
Or
Nope.
or recovering your
I
old
am
ones?
counting. I am recovering my arrows every single time.
Okay,
Alright.
that's right. Yeah, I do remember you covering your arrows. I just don't remember you buying more.
I haven't bought any yet. So.
Okay.
With that attack, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of move this way, away from the red guy. So.
Okay. Anything else you can do?
Hold on. See, I think that's a. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the healing spirit, and I'm gonna put that healing spirit. Draw sheet. Right where I was standing. Bam. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So it's the ad's turn. The first one that's right by Mountain Blood's gonna swing at him with his what do they have? Spear. Take a jab at you, and that's going to be 14 to your AC.
That hits.
As you take 3 damage.
Oh no, 3 damage.
This guy's gonna come up to you, Andaris, do the same thing. That's going to be 7. I'm pretty sure that misses.
Yep.
This guy's gonna be cheeky and throw one at Slick Black Hair Man. As by some kind of fate, or a nat 1, seems to direct it into the back of his buddy here for a few damage.
I point.
As he yells out, "You frickin' idiot!"
Muldoon!
As this guy over here is going to do the same thing, throw one at you, Andaris. And that's going to be a 19 to your AC.
Yes.
And that's going to be 5 damage. And the last guy here is going to take a stabby at Victor here. And that's going to be added to it again. Yeah, 13 to your AC.
Nope. Just bats away parries the spear away. Come on.
That's
now,
going to
you can
bring
try
up
that.
this guy here. As he just sits there, takes a smoke, puffs it out. Basically, it shows a little middle finger and aims kind of at Andaris.
Doesn't this asshole have a dot? Makes me immediately suspicious.
That ends his turn. As this guy walks up to you, he's going to make his, gonna stab at you with his spear. That's going to be 18 to your AC.
Miss.
Gonna bash at you with his shield after that. That's going to be 20 to your AC.
Eyes hit, yeah?
Okay.
Or, I'm just clarifying, because either way, if it's not a nat 20, I can just cast shield and have it miss, but...
That's not a nat 20, no.
Okay, just making sure I have to use the shield.
Okay, so that if you pop the shield, that'll miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he's gonna take another spear attack at you, which is 15.
Miss.
Okay, that's going to end his turn. Victor, you are up.
So, Victor's going to try something. First off, he's going to he's going to direct himself towards the blonde-haired gentleman who's trying to kill Andaris.
Go, Luke.
You know, for someone who looks like he's in charge, not doing a really good job. Almost seems like you got some of your fellows are gunning for your position. You may want to watch your back. He's trying to basically he's trying deception to be hostile towards his own compatriots.
So that was you saying something to him?
Yeah, that's him basically being cheeky as well as trying to keep him off guard. But basically, I'm just alluding that this person over here is probably trying to backstab him and take over his well, I don't know what you call this. Peter returns like, what would you call these guys? Bandits? Ruffians?
Yeah, his punishment will be done once we're done with you guys.
Hooligans.
Yeah, I was gonna say hooligans.
I'm just gonna refer to them as very angry third graders. And I'm going to attack. And Victor's just going to bash his axe over this man's head.
Bash away.
So, battle axe. That's a 26. Hit.
26 will hit.
Eesh.
And we're going to roll for damage. That is 10 slashing. See, followed up with another.
Okay. So that first attack kind of goes across his chest as the guy falls over. As he starts bleeding out on the floor.
Victor is just going to step over him like he's not, like barely registering that he's even there, and come up to this man, come up to the captain. It seems like he assumes they're captain. So, hey, how you doing? And we're going to go for another attack. The 17 hit him.
Did you walk through the healing spirit?
17 will hit, yes.
Sadly, no. I already thought I was walking over this one. I forgot about the healing spirit.
Okay.
That's my stupid mistake. I will eat
That's
that.
why I was asking.
Yep. So let's see. That hits. 8 slashing. By the way, how's he look right about now?
He is taking a beating, but he looks like he's still got a little bit left in him.
Okay, we're just gonna action search. And we're gonna go in for another swipe. With the battle axe. And that
Unfortunately, the 14 will miss.
Shoot. Oh well, that's my turn.
Mountain Blood, you're up.
Gonna take another swing at the man in front of me here. 26.
That will hit.
Do damage of 12.
Come on.
Pulse slashing.
Second, my.
Yep.
As you cut that guy's head in two down the middle.
Then so
He's dead.
I will make my way straight to man with the cure.
Where you move?
Right up to the man with cigar.
You're gonna attack him?
I'm just gonna head straight for him and, if possible, grapple him.
And there's now.
I
There's sorry.
again.
Not in blood. No.
Again. Erickson turned toward his party member like, dude, don't do that! Kill the other ones!
I was gonna point out saying, "There's that's not Mountain Blood. Stop messing around. Go get to killing things. Not him."
This is a goddamn trial! Kill the other ones!
So, are you still going to try to grapple this guy?
Counter-spell that, and I'm nuts.
Actually, let me see. I would like to see if I can possibly make him call off the ambush by intimidation.
You're gonna try to intimidate this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's just slightly better, but
So is the one on the actual pathway the head honcho of it all, or is the guy sitting on the rocket?
The guy in the pathways looks like to be the head honcho.
Okay. I thought it was that guy there. So yeah, I will attempt to intimidate him to make him call off the ambush.
make you fall off.
Okay. Roll for intimidate. So how are you gonna try to word it?
Call off the ambush. Throw down your weapons.
Like I'm afraid of you.
Okay.
Well,
Anything
We'll work
else you
out.
can do on your turn? Because that technically it's not really it's a talking. It's not really an action.
I make one more movement and then attack the guy with the blue dot.
Go ahead. As long as you stay within that, guys, you're not gonna get attack of opportunity. So,
So attack him though.
yep, go ahead. Roll the hit.
Alright. $26.
That'll hit.
8 slashing.
Take a big gash across this guy's chest with that attack. Doesn't seem to like it all that much, but he's still standing. Anything else you can do?
That'll be it.
And Darius, you are up.
All right. Get all these frickin' D6s out of here. And loaded up for nothing. And he is going to green flame blade helmet head here. Yeah, that'll be a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. And let me see. Be is there one of the okay, it's 8 fire damage. And that will be for 5 slashing and 8 fire damage to him, and 5 fire damage to this guy.
Anything else you can do?
Nope.
Eric, you are up.
Alright, first thing, bonus action, I'm gonna move my healing spirit right here. I'm gonna drop my bow, oh, I'm sorry, not right there. I want my healing spirit right here. I'm gonna drop my bow, pull out my short sword, move over this way. That will proc my healing spirit, because I need some healing spirit. What you got? Ooh, 5 points. And then I'm gonna swing away with my sword. That's just a straight 9.
Well, technically it would be +2 because you have flanking on him, but that'll still miss.
Okay, extra attack with my sword. That is also a 9.
Which will also miss.
So, yeah, that'll be it.
This guy's gonna move up to Mountain Blood here. Then, ooh, I can flank this guy. And that's going to be a 9 to your AC.
Yes.
This guy is going to also attack you. Also a 9. What are my dice doing? This one's going to come up to you, Andaris, and make a stabby stab with his... What the...
That's
9
fine
to
with
your
the rest of
AC?
us. It's fine for us.
Yeah,
Like, we
that's-
good with it.
Well, I'm going to go for a walk. You guys have fun. As he starts walking up here. I will kill you! And this guy yells out as he swings his spear at Andaris again. That's going to be a 23 to your AC.
Shield. Miss.
When he's doing that, he kind of takes his shield and bashes it into Victor. That is another nat 20, and of course it's on you, which is, pointless. I mean, it's still a hit, but...
Oh my god. God. How much normal damage does this shield bash do?
It's 2d6 plus 4, so that's going to be 10 damage.
Ew, okay, that hurts.
Then he's going to take the another spear over at Mountain Blood. That's going to be 22 to your AC.
That's a hit.
And that's going to be 16 damage. But that will end his turn.
So, Mr. Timothy, you remember that question I asked you about fire and fire resistance and whether I know it in general? It's just about to come up. Andaris, Malblood, duck. You're gonna want a duck.
All right.
Or do I
So
get
you're
one?
moving out of his effective range?
Hmm?
You're moving out of his effective range?
Would that count? I thought that'd still be going and dying would still be effective range. So it's technically what I'm doing is. For
Oh yeah, you're within 5 feet, so yeah, never mind, you're fine.
Yeah. So, burning hands. Good old burning hands. So everybody within 15 feet, including Eric, has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Damn it. 20.
Let's see. What to do?
What's
No,
the...
Eric, you're fine because I think of how the coin works. Technically, it starts with him
Okay.
and
Save
spreads out to everyone else but you.
21.
You're going this way.
Yeah.
Fail. Fail. What is with this dice in threes? You're retired, dice.
No, keep using them. That's fine.
Right to
Working for
dice
us.
jail with you,
And
mister.
this guy makes it.
Okay, so let's roll the bones. We're going to roll good
That's your
old.
cone.
Let's see.
Remember, I did give you guys, you should have that resistance to fire, so
Yep.
you have since you made it, you have the have.
Okay.
So everyone in this general state will be taking 11 damage, and if you have it, you have it. With the exception of enemies, you don't get your resistance if you have it.
This guy starts screaming as he just falls to the ground, hair on fire, just everything's on fire.
Oh, that.
As does this guy.
So that would be basically 0.25% of 11 damage. That would round up to what, 3?
Yeah, I think it's round.
Yep.
It rounds up. So.
All right.
And
Would I- well-
sorry.
Would I still count my dex save of 20?
Yep, you made it too, so
Yeah.
you take 3 damage as well.
Yay! I'm not on fire as much.
You're slightly singed. You have a 1-degree burn.
Like, ow! Ow! Burn! Oof.
Otherwise, I wreath myself in flame, and that's my turn. Because that was a normal spell.
Mountain Blood, you are up.
Oh no, thank you.
Like,
I imagine, like, as Andaris was, like, Matrix dodging the spear guy who was going, like, why won't you die? He's just like, are you sure this is the hill you want to die on? Defending this guy? Jerks a thumb in the direction of Cigar McGee over there right before he hears Duck and turns around to see the cone of fire coming at him.
oh, let's see if I can do a unarmed attack, just to see if I can knock out, Mr. Pretty over here.
Okay.
That'd just be my strength.
Yep, roll to hit, just your plus your strength modifier. That will hit.
What would I use in order for my damage?
It'd be a basic melee attack, so it'd be a D4 plus your strength. I think I gave you that thing that you have D4 for your unarmed attacks.
D4.
Yeah, unless you have Tavern Brawler, it's a D4.
Okay, it's a
Plus your
D4.
strength. Yep. Plus your strength modifier.
Nice. I'll just roll the D4. Give me 2 plus 5, so that's 7. Just
Okay.
simply want to knock him out cold.
He takes the punch, just like, is that in the face? Is that all you got, buddy?
Certainly do it again. Which I'll attempt to do it again with
Okay.
an extra attack. 10.
Unfortunately, that will miss.
Okay.
As you punch him in the chest, his armor seems to take the hit.
Pong. Ah. Alright. That will be the end of my turn.
Andaris, you are up.
Okay. What kind of armor did you say this fellow was wearing?
It's leather.
Okay. They're all in pretty much leather type stuff.
Let me check what the other ones are wearing. The other guys seem to be in chainmail shirts.
Alright, that'll work. He will turn around and shocking grasp this guy then at advantage because he's got metal on.
Sounds good.
And rolled a 17 on both. So that'd be
Still hits.
Okay. That'll be for 2d8 lightning damage here. There's another d8. That'll be for 8 lightning damage. And
Okay.
he can't take reactions until.
Well, I don't think he can take any reactions anymore. As you basically hit him with that, he just seems to T-pose like shock, You see like his bones through his skin for a couple seconds as he falls over dead.
Like, kind of clucks his tongue and whips his hand back and forth a little, shakes the smoke off his fingertips.
Anything else you can do?
Yet.
Eric, you are up.
Swing my sword again. I also do get my healing spirit, so boop, boop, for 1 point. Yay! Oh yeah. That's is that
With
still
the
plus
flank,
2?
still unfortunately will miss.
Okay.
That will hit though.
That's 7 piercing.
So how do you want to end this guy?
I'm gonna go right underneath because if a 15 didn't hit him, that means he's in some sort of heavier armor. I'm gonna go right underneath that armor he's wearing, cleave right up into his heart.
He goes, ugh! That monster must. As he tries to like throw his spear at the the guy with the black hair, it just seems to fail and just falls short as he slumps over dead on your sword.
I pull out my sword, flick my wrist to get all the blood off, spin it, and put it back into its sheath. Alright, you said something about killing this monster. Let's go talk to this guy.
As you're doing that, you see in the corner another guy jumps out of this tree, yells, "Die, you monster!" as he slashes his sword across his face.
That guy's fucked.
With a nat 20. Okay, then. I wasn't actually expecting this guy to hit.
Well,
Shows what you know.
I'm sure
As he
that
cuts
man
his
enjoys-
I'm angry now.
cigar off and gets a slash across his face.
Well, I'm sure that man enjoyed living.
Looking at this, at the gentleman, you just this basically, his face just seems to go white as he jams his arm through this guy's chest. It basically just yells, "You're the one who's gonna fucking die." As you see a glow start to come off his hand, smoke starts coming out of the guy's mouth. As he screams, his flames burst out of his face. As he casts Fireball inside of him.
Oh.
Can't touch this.
And I'm just gonna let this thing roll damage for that. As the top half of this guy just seems to explode into nothingness. As he's standing there, he's holding his spine as the legs are just dangling in the air, and he chucks it to the side. Everyone give me a perception check.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
good at those.
I love those.
Here's my shitty roll. Oh, it's an natural 20.
I already perceive that this guy's an asshole.
9.
All we are ash in the wind.
Modified 20.
15.
Wimpy, you seem to see, like, smoke still coming out of this guy's mouth as he's breathing heavily and angrily.
He pushed the Goku button. He shouldn't have done that.
As he starts to settle down. As he pulls another cigar out. As it just seems to light in his hand, and he puts it back in his mouth. Okay. Okay then. As he looks over to you guys. Looks specifically at Andaris. Why did you think it was a good idea to attack me too?
Just as the flick blood off the scimitar thing, sheathes it, be like, "Oh, I was aiming for him. Didn't see you there." Not trying to be particularly convincing about it, so I'm not even gonna roll deception.
King, so you must be King Braytarf, I presume.
Your assumptions would be correct. You're lucky you guys took out these would-be assassins, even though if I would have tried, they wouldn't have stood a chance anyways, but... Oh yeah, going back to that perception check, you noticed you didn't seem to take any damage from that his own fireball exploding in his face. Like there's no...
Was just...
There's basically... There's the blood and guts from the guy he just exploded on him, but there's no seems to be singe or damage from the fireball going off in his face.
It just kind of hides an envious look. Just like, man, I wanted to do that. I'll have to note that for later.
As he kind of jumps down here and looks at this guy. Oh, you poor soul. Why did you think you could do anything to me? He starts stomping on his head like a skull. You think your group can do anything to overthrow me? Eh. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. These were guys, probably some assassins from my country that followed me here. No biggie that they're dead. I won't miss them.
Apology accepted, but shouldn't you be with a bodyguard, my liege?
I probably should. I got a little, I don't know, I just didn't feel like being with them for a minute, so I wandered off, and... They wandered off, and I don't know what's going on anymore. We were supposed to meet some group, I guess, in some cities. The closest one, what's that city called again? He thinks.
Alvera?
Snaps his fingers. Yeah, that's it. Do you guys know the way?
Sure we do. We have one of the best field guides around. Just kind of pulls Eric over.
Sort of. We weren't we waiting for our buddy to catch up with us because he knows the way around that he was gonna have to take to catch up with us.
He told you basically to stay on this path. It should lead to the city eventually. He'd meet you there.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we're going back the way we came, we don't know the way he was taking to go around to catch up with us. If we just went back the way we'd came, we'd wind up at the broken bridge again.
Yep.
Also, pardon me, my lord, but I think there's one thing I'd like to attend to before we continue onwards.
And that would be?
It's like, just points down at the dead and charred corpses. You don't mind if we loot these gentlemen, do we?
I doubt they'll have anything on them, but what do I care?
Victor immediately goes, search through every man's pockets for any kind of, valuables as well as anything of note to say who particularly was, like any note saying, hey, we're such and such, go, here's the king, kings will be hanging out here, go kill him. Like anything tied back to a larger group, just
give me an investigation
notes, etc.
No, it's incriminating evidence. Anything can pass over,
Yeah.
I'm assuming these weren't exactly the. I'm assuming these weren't exactly the most ill-advised or well-guided of assassins, but still, it doesn't hurt to check.
Yep, like I said, give me an investigation check. See what you find.
Big fat 8.
Yeah, you don't find anything in particular. There's no money on them. Just a few spears, the shield for the one guy. Basic his armor that he was wearing. There's nothing special about it.
What kind of armor was it? Was it like
padded leather?
Ah, that's useless.
Anyone else want to do a search?
Uh, yeah, sure. Andaris will, as distasteful as he finds, looting, he figures that they do kind of owe it to do the due diligence of checking them for, incriminating evidence and such. So he's gonna roll over one of the guys next to him and pat them down for letters or anything. Investigation would be do.
Do any of them have a fletch of arrows on them?
Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
27.
Okay, in the guy you do search, you seem to find a wand of some kind on him. It's got a look like a diamond at the end of it. And it's like a made for like a stick for the rest of it.
Going to pull that out, give it a quick, once over, and just kind of tuck it away to be identified later.
But other than that, you find nothing else on him besides the weapons and armor he was wearing.
All right, he's kind of assuming that King Dickhead here isn't going to let us, pause long enough to give anyone a proper burial, but he at least kind of, folds the guy's arms over his chest into a vaguely dignified position.
Honoring them. What do they deserve? Group of people trying to assassinate don't deserve anything more than what you're giving them.
I mean, at least we can get him off the road. For any passerbys.
And that's fair, as this he kicks this guy like up against this wall with a thud. There, off the road. Does the same to this guy, just kicks him like skids across right over there.
That is a mighty kick.
Get a little smirk out of him from saying when you say that. You also seem to have noticed that the blood and viscera from the exploding guy have disappeared off his robes as well. So, you says you gentlemen know the way to that city? Lead the way.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
Just continue up the road.
Hey, I want Victor to use his second wind real quick. I can just get that back on a short rest anyway. Just so he's somewhere close back up to full.
A short rest takes at least an hour of light work. If we're
But that's not-
walking, that doesn't count.
Besides, when's the next chance I'm going to use this anyway? Like, I mean, I get it's like we're going to be in town, so next time by the time we hit town, we should be able to take a long rest to be able to heal fully. But just in case, I'm down. You know what? Never mind. Let's keep going.
I was to say we literally would have to wait here for an hour for a short rest to count.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I use second wind, heal up a bit, just in case.
Yeah, go
and
right
then,
ahead.
Yeah, like it literally cost me nothing other than just taking a second. So that's 1d10 plus fighter level. Yeah, 16. So that's essentially what I want to do. So
It's 6 plus your current level. That's 11.
that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm miscounting. Yeah, you're right. That's 11.
You're good.
What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? All right. That's good enough for me. So let's carry on.
They start heading off then.
Or
I mean, unless anybody else want anything else they want to do, I'm pretty much good. We're good to go.
He's gonna let everyone kind of get a little ahead of. Eric's gonna let everyone get like 20 feet ahead of him. Because he's gonna do something real quick. He's going to do Primeval Awareness, so he's going to use one of his Ranger spell slots to do that, and he's gonna just sense his surroundings.
What are you looking for?
Any of those things pop up if they are near me within 1 mile.
Oh, there's definitely a dragon here.
And since it's I'm in favorite terrain, it's 6 miles. So there's a dragon here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So that's my favorite enemy. So hold on. Let me see. I am going to. I am going to make a survival check against Mr. Smoke Cigars, if you will allow me.
Okay.
Because a favorite enemy. That's why I stood 20 feet back, as if I'm trying to track a dragon. Do I get advantage on this?
So what are you trying to figure out exactly here?
So, because of primeval awareness, something pinged in me saying there's a dragon around. Seeing this guy basically have a smoldering mouth, and Eric's perchance of knowing about dragons, he's trying to draw the conclusion that the guy smoking the cigar is a dragon polymorphed.
You're pretty sure that's probably what the case is.
Okay, Eric just wanted to make sure. And he'll catch up to the rest of the group.
How does Eric look, by the way? Does he look like
okay.
just normal as usual? Okay, no comment then.
He's doing pretty well. Not bad.
You seem to notice that like his skin seems to be something disguising it, that's more red underneath it than what it gives away.
So Eric's gonna keep that information to himself for now. And he'll catch up with the group. Oh, sorry. Had to tie my shoes back there.
Looks down at his shoes/boots to see if they're even the kind that lace.
Oh, what kind of boots do you have on, Wimpy?
They're just regular shoes. They're not anything special.
They're not like the kind of boots you just pull up. They actually have some manner of laces.
Yeah, they would have some manner of laces to them. He was taught by elves, so they are fancy. Except that these aren't super fancy shoes. They're well worn, though.
Okay, no super obvious lie there, so he's not going to question that further.
So as you're walking, you hear Braytarth say, "So, how far away is the city? Any of you guys know?"
History check to see how far away we are from the city.
We were told just follow this trail and it will get us to the city.
Yeah, you can do a history check, though, to see if you can figure that out.
And also, I do think I have a map. I just don't know if it covers this region. But history check first. 23.
Yeah, you said it was a 3-day trip, and you've spent 2 nights out, so you should reach it today.
We should be less than a day away. Hey, my lord.
Yeah, good. I could use some food when we get there. Hopefully there's something good to eat. You guys know if there's anything good to eat there?
Fortunately, I don't. Actually, here's... In Victor's mercenary days with his previous company, would he have visited Calvera?
Yeah, I'd say you've visited here once before. You know, there's a good bar, inn, or whatever you want to call it, restaurant that's does some stuff with pigs there called the Squealing Hog.
I do know of one tavern last time I was through there, the Squealing Hog. Very
Hmm.
very big on pig's meat. Last I checked.
Ah, so we'll have to hopefully get something when we're there. As he
Plenty
seems to
of
start
drink.
drooling from that.
Also, plenty of drink if you wouldn't mind, if you don't mind.
Like, I'm so hungry I could eat an entire cow. Eric's just like,
As you're walking, so I know this. What am I saying? Emperor Edmund loves his armies. Which group are you guys in?
You will be of the Taurus Brigade.
Ah, that brigade. What's their deal again?
Penal, penal
believe
legion.
it is, you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
He seemed to chuckle to that one. Yeah. Yeah, my country just got it's an army. You're in it, and you do what I need you to do.
There are no prisons in Unterland. How progressive. The penalty for all infractions of Unter law is death.
You're not wrong about this country.
So, by the way, speaking of that, Victor well, not quite the best segue. Victor would briefly apologize for the casual setting on fire of Mountain Blood and Andaris, but yeah, it's like my old captain used to say: if you're not willing to shell your own position, you're not willing to win. Same goes with fire.
It'll heal.
I doubt it'll be the last time.
It'll heal. It'll make a good story back at the tavern.
Yeah, I noticed you guys got that Islanders special tattoo things that prevent fire. Incendium in his lot or like that. Daughter's a little. I don't know, what's the word? Patricidical? I don't know. You know what I mean.
Maybe just a touch.
Whatever. Fire's fire. It'll destroy. It's one of its main purposes just to destroy. Suppose the god of fire makes more fire. It'll eventually potentially outshine his own.
Yeah. Should probably point out it's no, I think you and I are going to get along very well. After all, so Victor was just going to point out after. Well, you know how the saying goes. Everyone burns the same. So at this point, I think Victor would just be trying to share like fight battle stories with the king, and just to make small chit chat, just pass the time.
Sounds like fun adventures. As you say that, as you kind of a couple hours later, you walk up on a town here. Civilization.
Finally, take a load off and get something to drink.
Yes.
My lord, where will you be coming with us, or will you be rejoining your? I guess entourage might be the best way to put that.
Yeah, they should hopefully be showing up here soon. So we should get some food in the meantime. So where's this squealing boar you called it?
Yes, the Squealing Hog. I'm assuming it'd be this place right here.
Give me an history check since you've been here.
Yep. With advantage or just in general?
Yeah, you can do it with advantage because you've been here before.
That'd be a good old 14.
Yep, and as you come up on it, you can see some. These are supposed to be pigs, but I couldn't find a pig sprite, so in a pen in the back. way more than what that's in there, but. And you see a sign on here that says basically with a lean on that says the squealing hog. It's got like a picture of a pig on it that's roasted with an apple in its mouth.
Thumbs over the sign. This appear to be at the place.
Ah, good. Let's eat then. As he walks in.
Victor will follow suit unless anybody stops him or holds him back.
Nope.
Time to drink.
He just Doris just kind of looks at the sign, quizzical head tilt, be like, "Ribs so good, make you want to slap your mama?"
Victor will probably pop. Don't mind the sign. I think. I've never asked. I never want to know. I just remember having good drinks and good meal. That's anything. That's the best anyone could ask for.
I suppose.
So come on, you two. So let's not keep our I guess associate waiting for us. And hops back in.
As you walk in, you see a older looking elf gentleman, or not elf, a dwarf gentleman. Greetings, gentlemen. Welcome to the Squealing Hog. I see you have a party. What brings you in, per se? Are you here for drink? For to have some delicious pork? Or maybe a little both?
I'm assuming this will be the same dwarf that I saw last time I was here.
Yep, you know this guy to be the owner, Delray Ungart.
Delray, it's been years.
Yeah, you were the guy with those, what was it, goblin mercenaries that were around here a few times?
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin, okay, couldn't remember.
Sadly, they've disbanded since. It's
Shame to see them go, but yeah.
Catherine bought the farm.
Mercenary life unfortunately caught up to him, huh?
Unfortunate.
It's sad to hear. Explains why I haven't seen him in a while. Who's this? Who are the gentlemen with you? A new crew you joined?
More or less, they're I'm with the army now, the Empire. These are my associates, and this is Victor would take an inquisitive look back at the king and figure out if he wants to announce himself or Victor do it for him.
I am just a traveling merchant they are protecting.
Yes, that. So, and clearly, we can all use we can have some of your finest roast.
Yeah, let's do a whole pig, if you could, my good sir. As he seems to be drooling from this.
Yeah, Victor will cover the cost. He's got enough gold. He's got enough gold left over.
Yeah.
Between this fella and Mountain Blood, he doubts there's going to be leftovers if they order a whole pig.
Pig? Where?
Make it
There's
two.
one up back. Do I need to go grab one?
It's like goes over to there. It's a make it and puts gold in his hand. Like make it two and keep and a good round for everyone.
Yes, right away.
Yeah, let me know what the cost is going to be when you get a chance.
I have something of a. Kind of takes a minute to pause. Like something stout, like a stout ale.
I'll see what I can do for you.
No offense as far as size or shape goes. Stout. Since you're a dwarf.
Basically, he's got what size mug do you want? The normal mug or a dwarf mug?
What's the difference?
Well, dwarf mugs are bigger.
Dwarf it is, especially since I'm not paying for it.
Right away.
Victor will also have a dwarf mug as well.
Yeah. The dwarven mugs for all, then.
I don't see why not. I feel
I'm
pretty good
I'm
day.
good.
I'll take his then.
Eric's gonna refuse any drinks. He seems oddly focused on the cigar smoking man.
More for me then.
Basically, he goes, I'll take his drinks, and he's not taking one. Yeah, as he basically just sits down, just takes his mug, and just chugs it. It's good stuff.
Cheers.
Takes the other one. Chugs it.
Cheers.
We'll take two good hearty gulps with each one the king just downs.
I have to see about importing some of this stuff. Few minutes later. Well, fortunately, I had this one just finished, so he comes out just a whole hog, kind of on a giant kind of trolley thing, and puts it on the table in front of you. I'll get the other one out as soon as it's ready. It'll be probably an hour, so. Luckily, it's slow today. As you notice, you're the only people in the tavern right now.
My eyes get really, really big, and just start to see a little bit of drool pulling out of the side of my mouth.
So you Homer drool.
Yes.
As Braytar just seems to grab like a leg and just starts biting right into it. And like juices just seem to flow down his cheeks as he's just devouring into this. This is god good.
If
Like he's just chewing right into the entire leg of the thing.
yeah. Well, if nobody else immediately goes for the cheeks, Andaris will carve himself off one.
I mean, I just take out the great axe, like, you want the cheeks? Clean cuts the head off, and peels the cheeks off for you.
Victor's gonna go for the other leg and just some more dark meat, just before it's devoured by our two resident carnivores here.
And while they're sitting there, he is going to pull that wand back out and ritual cast Identify.
Okay. As you're eating, everyone give me a perception check.
All right.
Eric, you have advantage.
Yay!
Just four. I'm just
9.
distracted by the whole hog here.
Yep, you're distracted by the hog. You're just diving into the meat's just falling off the bone, juicy, flavorful,
21.
tender, all that. Probably the best pig you've ever eaten in your life. And what'd you get, Ender? I didn't hear what you said.
21.
21? You both seem to notice what Braytarth is eating. He's just chewing right through the bones. Like he's just biting into them and just chewing through them like they're nothing.
Hungry much?
You didn't notice that. As he starts, like, grabs a rack of ribs, just rips it off the thing, and just starts chewing on it, kind of like typewriter style.
In a chainsaw-like manner, where
Yep.
just bits and pieces are just flying everywhere. Just,
Eats pig leg the way most people eat a corn cob.
After a few minutes, you hear some people start talking, walking in the door. You recognize one of the voices. The other one sounds kind of more feminine. You hear him go, "Let's hope they made it here okay. It was we'll find your father eventually. Yeah, he's bound to show up some. He would be here eating, wouldn't he? As you see, Orga and then another female dragonborn walk in the door. She is in kind of like a full plate armor that seems to be made of of obsidian. It kind of glistens in the light. It's really fancy looking armor.
Victor will wave over to Orga. Before standing up, help clean himself off, cleaning off his mouth, and just being polite. No need to worry. We got here just fine.
Good. You hear the Braytarth look up. Hey, Beery, you made it. Come get some food. It's good. As he's just digging into this pig, it's like he's eaten like 2/3 of it by himself. Yes, Your Majesty. Did he make you pay for this?
No, I actually offered.
Huh. Well, good thing he probably would have asked you to pay for it. He doesn't, have money on him. Good luck getting him to pay for anything, honestly.
No worries.
Looks over to Orga. Make sure he's reimbursed for that, since it's probably on your military budget. Orga responds, "Yeah, I'll make sure it's done. In the meantime, some good food will be hit the spot. So come join us." He says, names her as Biri, Biri.
Beady.
Just as he's doing that, he brings out the second pig. You hear a Braytarth, "Good, this pig is delicious. I want more."
Oh, look, another one. Oh.
So Orga looks over at you. So you made it here okay then? No issues, you said?
Would this be Bria talking to us, or would this be Orga?
Orga's talking to you.
Well, no worries. He will, however, lean over while the king's distracted, saying, "We did run into some ruffians on the way over. Would be assassins, but they've been dispatched."
He goes, "Yeah, we those guys killed some people. It was pretty cool. Although this idiot," as he points over to Andaris, "tried to attack me in the thing, but whatever, I stopped it."
An honest mistake, he says again, kind of nonchalantly while he's still prodding at the wand. What would
How long does it take to ritual cast that, by the way?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, so yes, you would have figured out what that was by now. Grab that up here.
All right.
So Victor would, however, continue talking to Orga and ask, "So how about you? Ran into any other trouble?"
Nothing much. No, the next bridge was fine. This looks like something probably chewed through the ropes there and knocked it down. My guess is it might have been those, dire wolves we ran into. Possibly. Chewing on it because they're wolves and don't know any better.
Can only assume so, although that'd be I don't know, if I was a gambling man, I'd say it's a little too convenient, but I've got nothing else to go on.
You hear Braytarth, "Yeah, there's been some dire wolves acting up in our area. Guards have been killing them, driving them, maybe drove them south here. Possibly, I don't know."
That would seem the answer to that.
As he takes another bite out of another leg, just seems bone and all. You seem to note at this time Victor that he's not leaving bones behind for what he's eating.
So Victor would try and grab another plateful and offer it to Orga, as as well as Rhea.
Biri,
So
Biri.
yeah, Beery. I'm sorry. I got the name. I just got to get the pronunciation. Yeah, just to be polite.
Oh yeah, it's been hectic, so the food will be this place. I've heard that's good foods. But have I eaten here? Yeah, I think I've eaten here. As he takes the bite. Yeah, that's some good pork. And he like takes a bite and rips it out of it. You do notice seem that Beery, what she's eating, it seems to be eating it more dignified manner than her than the king.
I feel compelled to point out that there is an upscale neighborhood in our vicinity here in Chicagoland called Rogers Park, and that every year they have a pork festival called Rogers Pork.
Not as good as Bacon Fest, though.
Mm-hmm.
When I was been visiting Austin, Texas, there was the Ironworks that had a lot of barbecue, a lot of different kind of barbecues that I was recommended, and oh man, I miss that place.
Also, go White Sox.
That's a funny way to spell Cubs.
I'm not a sports fan, so go ahead and you can fight all you want. It matters nothing to me.
So you see him looking, or the Braytarth looking around, goes to Beery. So where's Beery? Did you get separated from him too? He responds, he's wandering around town. He should hopefully be here shortly. Yeah, he's small. He's easy to miss, I guess. He'll be here shortly. He tends to follow me a little more fanatically than most members of our court.
Sounds like quite the court, Your Majesty.
Yes, they're personally chosen by me. I know Beery there, she's the head of my royal guard. As she kind of seems to like... Yes, it's a position I fought tooth and nail to make sure I could achieve. One of the greatest honors in our kingdom.
Maybe we give a plate nod to that.
Because this armor, like, taps on it as proof of it.
I'm assuming that by obsidian, well, it's similar to the armor that we saw. What was that person's name back in the capital? Alithia Silviarov. That's the best I got. The instructor at the Mage College, the one that was also I vaguely remember. I think she was wearing a half elf with similar armor. This would have been
No, she had a sword that was made out of obsidian.
Okay.
You're thinking the right person. Why can't I find her in my sheet here? Accidentally delete her?
Althea, I think I think is the way to pronounce it. Anyhow, you know who I'm talking about. But again, apologies if I'm butchering
The one that's
his
the
name.
yeah, the one that's the part of the cult of Pyronics.
Yes. Okay, so rather than having a guard, she has an entire armor set. Beery has an entire armor set made of the same stuff.
Well, looks like it's made out of obsidian, but it's more polished and clean. Or it's just like a sword. Like, it's meant to have a jagged edge to be more sharp. This is meant to be more protective, so it's smooth.
I see.
It might be made out of obsidian, it might be made out of metal. You can't tell. but it's probably magical. So we're gonna Greathearth picks up. We're gonna head back to the capital soon.
Let's see when. Actually, no. Victor would look over towards I keep a wetter eye out over towards Ogre, saying, "It does seem to be the plan, correct?"
Yeah, it's there should be some rooms we should have booked for us tonight that we can head off in the morning. Best not to travel at night since the dire wolves hopefully don't run into more of them or around and all that. About this time, you see a little short hooded person walk in the door. My liege, you have made it. Good, good. Barrack is happy to see you. Did you have safe travels? I see Beery has found you. Good. You can kind of see like a little red tin snout kind of sticking out in front of the hoodies, the red hoodies wearing. Greathearth kind of looks over him. Ah, good, you made it. So there's still some pig left here. Help yourself. Ah, yes. His Highness has given me food. I will gladly accept. As he grabs a plate and kind of skulks off into the corner.
I'm assuming that's one of your courtiers.
Yes, that was the as he called himself, Barrack, is our my court's highest mage. Believe it or not.
Interesting.
He dedicated himself to magic of all things for someone like him. Wouldn't expect that, but who am I to stop someone that works for me? Well, you said you had rooms for us, Mr. Orkman. Yes, we did. Beery knows where they are. If you're done eating, she can show you where you'll be staying the night. Ah, very good. As he just basically takes one more chunk out of rips another chunk off the pig. Well, lead the way, Beery, as he kind of munches it and walks. Come, Beerick, we're proceeding to bed for the night.
Pleasant dreams, Your Majesty.
Yeah, all that, blah, blah, blah. I didn't make inside, so they're in that building.
So Victor's gonna just turn over to Eric and Darius, since since they've been mostly quiet throughout this entire thing.
Yep, he is very much in the mind frame of can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all while around His Majesty.
So I'm assuming he's a dragonborn in disguise, or at the very least.
No, full dragon.
Oh joy, just like Fremen. Except
Yeah, just full dragon.
fantastic. Also explains why
Orga
explains
leads
me-
in. That is not public knowledge. Keep it
Gestures
silent.
to
We
the-
weren't informed of that for reasons.
Yeah, it's like that also explains gestures to the two decimated pig carcasses.
I mean, you'd have to be pretty dumb not to think that that guy's a dragon.
I assume dragon. I assume dragonoid of some type. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be rude.
Well, that's why I didn't say anything. They usually keep themselves covered for reasons.
Yeah, that's what I was along the same lines. But good to know that's supposed to be kept under wraps.
Well, it also explains why that guy, when I was stabbing him, is saying something about a monster. So there's definitely anti-dragon feelings around here. Don't know if they're justified or not, but
Well, I definitely picked up that something was amiss when he speared that man's hand and ashed him before our very eyes.
Anti-dragon or anti-tyrant. You never know.
Knowing his country, probably a little both. I'm assuming it was probably some of his people from his kingdom trying to use the opportunity of him traveling as less of a guard to take him out.
Pretty much, that was the general idea of it.
It's probably a fool's errand, anyways. He didn't need your help in fighting them, in the slightest.
Yes, I got the impression that he sicked them on us purely for his own amusement.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But you did kill them all, I'm assuming?
Correct.
as many that were there, yeah.
Ugh, so
So,
we gotta start heading back in the morning, so we got room in the building up there, so head back there when you can as he takes a small piece of like a rib with him. I'm gonna head to bed. I've been running since we left to get here on time, so until I ran into her. So you guys have a nice night now.
night, Orga.
You as well.
But yeah, I did drop what you found, that wand. It's a wand of enemy detection. And Darius, it should be in your inventory now.
Oh, okay.
Wand of don't be ambushed. That's almost what I'm picking up.
Basically, what it does is for the next minute, you know the direction of nearest creatures hostile to you within 60 feet, but not its distance from you. And sense presence of hostile creatures that are ethereal, invisible, disguised, or hidden, as well as those in plain sights. And it has 7 charges.
It regains 1d6
Yep.
plus 1.
Although right now it only has 6.
Okay. Says a few.
Because it was clearly used today.
Huh.
So, just to fast track things a little bit, Victor's going to wait until everybody else filters out for the night. So, everyone else, do as you wish. Just wanted to get that out there.
Now, isn't that one that he discovered kind of like the great sword of that great sword that I'd purchased? Great sword of what was it called? Warning.
What?
A few sessions ago, like my guy bought a sort of like great sword of warning. Isn't that very similar in property as far as that wand?
Yours doesn't
Mine
the
just kind of, I think mine just overall kind of says, oh, there are bad guys around.
yeah,
Just
yours
not
like
real
automatically wakes people up if somebody
Yep.
tries to ambush us like while we're asleep, or I think this one is more about giving you a vague pointer of in which direction.
It's more directional,
Yeah.
a little more specific. Mine's just like, oh hey, there's something afoot.
Yep.
Yours
So if you're
is-
asleep, if something attacks you when you're asleep, you get warned to it.
So I wouldn't just be able to be like, just check it every so often, just see if it'll like glow or something.
So basically, it just says, and you can't be surprised.
It's like kind of like a silenced phone. It'll just vibrate and be like, hey, what was that?
Pretty
So,
much, yeah.
Yeah, yours is like automatic. It's just kind of, if anyone's trying to ambush us, it'll just kind of be like, "Hey, Mountain Blood, this is kind of like a ping that you can use, at will, and just give you a good overview of the surrounding area."
It's like a Fitbit just saying, hey, you should probably keep moving.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. It just sounded very similar. Obviously, more.
Yes,
more
it is very
specific in
similar.
So.
Just slightly different function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So anyone else want to do anything tonight then?
Like I said, Victor's gonna wait till everyone filters out of the end, so the tavern, in tavern until he's basically the last one left.
Did you say that those horses outside were supposed to be pigs? You just didn't have pig icons, or?
Yep.
Okay.
They're just really big pigs.
Okay. If there were any actual horses in the vicinity, gone out and hung out with the horses a little,
They're
petting zoo style, but
They're gigantic war boars. That's what they are. Just mountable war boars.
There's a pen full of wild hogs, about 40 or 50 of them.
That's what.
Yeah.
So, like I said, does anybody have anything they want to do above Victor then?
I think that'd be retirement for the evening.
yep.
Okay. Gonna head back to the building.
Yep.
Yep.
Relax and recover.
I didn't bother making interiors for this one, so
We're sleeping on the roof.
Best place to be. Out under the stars.
So, basically it's just you and the tavern owner in here now. Victor, there was a few people that came in here and there, but they've all kind of sculled out. It's getting to be pretty late at night.
Victor at that point, Victor at that point would kind of take off the hell comprehend languages, the hell comprehension.
Mhm.
Place it on the table next to him and ask for another ale. Help for people as a personal tab, and you actually would offer the barkeep over. All right, just kind of share a drink.
Okay, so yeah, he's cheers to you, good sir. As he
Cheers to you. And
kind of
one for
tinks the
cap-
mugs together and starts
Yeah.
drinking.
for the old company and for the old captain. And just kind of swigs away.
To a life well lived.
Gonna miss that.
Yeah,
old-
if the All Father is reincarnated, may we meet him again.
Here. Here. He would down that. Things like he would down that as well. Never thought I'd be back this way so soon, but
Life leads you in strange ways.
it does, doesn't it? If you don't mind, I'm gonna kind of think of something good, the old times, the good times before heading off.
Basically, you talk about some of the old stories of fighting with your old brigade, stuff like that, with him for about another hour or so. Before he says, "Well, I gotta close up the bar for the night. If you don't mind, it's getting late. Been slow today. Gotta tend to my pigs and stuff tomorrow. I gotta butcher a few more since you ate my supply for cooking ones for the next day too. So busy tomorrow."
Just waves him off like, yeah, no, it's no problem. Just put on the military's tab. I'm sure as 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 Augur stated, it's everything will be covered.
Yeah,
We-
we'll get an invoice to the brigade, the local brigade around town.
Yeah, he puts the and Victor of course will tip out 5 gold coins just for sharing the drink.
For hospitality.
Before he kind of wanders back, he goes back to the room where everyone's staying in, doffing his armor and getting some sleep.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of more the Ares army focuses around this area, so.
Yeah, so you see we're all parked over here. So that's pretty much the bit I want to do.
Okay. So, as you drift off to sleep, wake up. Victor. You are standing in a giant chapel. You've never been here before, but you notice it looks like you see a man laid to rest at like a podium near the front.
Would I just be in the back of the chapel, just staying there, or would I be in a pew?
Yep, you'd no, it's like laid in front like a funeral display, and you're kind of like at the back of the chapel at the entrance. You can't make out who it is or anything.
Okay, would I be the only one in there?
As of right now, you can see. Only person you can see is you.
Maybe I would go up to the I guess to where the man will be laying at.
Okay. As you start walking, you start seeing people kind of fading into existence as you're walking. You see a dwarf you've never seen before. You see a man in a minotaur helmet that looks like Ingvar. You see another tiefling lady, kind of purple skinned, kind of curly. She has her horns kind of fully grown. You see a basic human. You see the dragonborn that was the leader of the royal guard that you fought with when that assassin attacked the king and queen of Fui Fui, and a few other people you don't seem to notice. A gnome, another half elf, a female half elf, a male one, a gnome. Just a few other people that look like they're big shots. At one point, you see your brother in there. They all seem to be sad or like they're mourning this person that's at the laid to rest. As you approach it, you notice. Give me a perception check.
Oh boy, I love this.
It's you.
Solid 14.
Notice the sword first. It is that sword you saw the Emperor wielding, the one that's got the black blade that seems to open to like the night sky that you see stars, constellations, galaxies in. As you notice, the man laying there is none other than Emperor Edmund himself. Although he seems to have a smile on his face, like he's happy. As you see a priestess of some kind or some head of the church. Can't make out what she's saying, but seems to be delivering a eulogy. As no one else seems to notice you in here, as you turn around, you see this chapel is just full of people now. Some sad, some seem to be okay. In the back, you see a hooded, cloaked man. Can't make out his face, but he seems like to be nodding in like agreement, like this is what needed to be done. This is for the best. As you wake up.
Okay.
Ah, I think I had a little too much to drink then. He's
But
gonna go out.
you got your normal long rest. You're woken by the morning light peeking in through the window. You're by where you're sleeping. You were also the first person to wake up.
When I look outside, what did I notice? What time it is? Like essentially, it's early morning.
Essentially, it's a little
A
after dawn, when you normally wake up naturally.
Victor's going to find a like a water bowl, kind of try and find clear splash cold water over his face, or otherwise just go out to the go outside and just kind of get some fresh air.
Yeah, you happen to find a water bowl in the room you're in.
So like I said, he would splash himself with some water, just kind of wake himself up for a bit before heading outside for some fresh air.
Good
Okay.
chill morning, some dew on the ground because and frost in some places. You are getting pretty high north, so it's a pretty chill morning. Just starting to get above that freezing temperature, so about 33 degrees or so. 1 if you're going by Celsius, so pretty chilly. But you see the pigs kind of rummaging around in there. You see the tavern dwarf dragging one that's bleeding from the neck through the get to the gateway back to his bar. Yeah. Morning, sir. Sleep well tonight last night?
Victor kind of meekly waves over. Eh, more or less.
Yeah.
More or less.
Well, yeah, everyone has bad nights sometimes. Just happens. Just gotta go with the flow.
Then just kind of shake himself like, yeah, I guess you can say that. I guess that's a good model for life. Oh, you have a good day.
You too. Hopefully we'll be back soon. I know you gotta head out, so have a safe trip back to the capital.
Thank you, my good man. And well,
As he
I
pulls
guess
the
I'll have a
pig
day.
into his door here, and you can no longer see it as it closes behind him.
Hmm.
Andaris, Eric, and Mountain Blood give me initiative rolls, so see who wakes up first.
12.
So, Eric, you
What do
wake
you-
up first.
Gotta be dealing with another dragon. Great.
You do notice that you kind of could tell when Victor came back. You notice he's already woken up for the day and gone out.
Oh, I need some more arrows. I guess that's what I'll be doing. Time is it anyway?
But 8 o'clock, I'd say.
Yep, gonna go see if I can find a Fletch and get myself some more arrows.
With that, as you walk out the door, that wakes up Mountain Blood.
Oh, I get up and stretch a little bit. Still taste a little bit of the hog from the other day. And just kind of head outside for a quick stretch.
And
Yeah,
with that, you're awake, Andaris.
Yep. He's just gonna head outside, do his morning constitutional, Tai Chi looking stretch nonsense.
Yeah, and you do happen to see that Orga seems to be holding on to his axe as he sleeps, like he's protecting it.
It has its own pillow.
All of you did happen to notice that, by the way, I should say.
Victor kind of chuckle like, some people have stuffed toys to sleep with. Some people have axes.
Just goes over and pulls up the blanket slightly, tucks the axe in.
So a few minutes later, you see him kind of walk out, sees you doing your stretching, Andaris, and whatever you were doing, Mountain Blood. Well, ready to head out then, gentlemen? As soon as the king and his entourage are available.
Might as well be.
Yeah, Victor would be in the back, just sharpening his axe and just checking over his equipment.
Yep. Ready enough.
So yeah, Eric, you do find the town's Fletcher. I didn't make anything for that, so just if you want to buy bow arrows, buy what you need, and correct.
Quiver can hold a maximum of 20. Does he just have any quivers for sale?
Yeah, he has a couple quivers you could buy.
All right, put them in the bag. How much?
Let me check here. Yeah, 1 gold for the arrows and another gold for the quiver.
All right, 2 gold it is. There you go. Hands it right on over.
Much appreciated, sir.
Thank you very much. I was getting low on arrows.
As he kind of gives you the Itir Astra salute as you walk out.
Do to you too.
So you all meet up in the kind of see where Orga's standing by the door for where the king is staying. Hope he wakes up soon. We got to get going.
Yeah, I would. Normally I would go and check, but don't want to do that. No better than
It's probably a good idea. As he's kind of looking over his axe. Puts it back on his back. A few minutes later, you just basically see the door kind of like kick open. Ugh. You call those beds? I wouldn't even have my enemies sleep on those. Ugh. So, we're heading back then.
Yes, indeed.
As the other two walk out. Yes, Your Highness. We are to make for the capital of Sirius. It is a 3-day trip, so it's going to be. We'll have to walk for a bit. Oh yeah, I suppose I did promise Edmund I wouldn't do that when I'm here. Best to keep that promise.
I keep saying we should be getting wagons or something. Make things a lot smoother.
Yeah, I suppose that's partially my fault for kind of planning this visit a little more unannounced. Whatever, not my problem. As he walks away. Wait, why am I leading the way? You, soldier boy, do your job. Very well, sir.
Oh, he's pointing at Orga. Never mind. I guess Orga is sworn to carry his burdens. And your jokes aside, let's get. So I think he does a quick head count, make sure everyone's here.
Basically, Beeria looks to you guys. I'm sorry about him. He's a handful, but I know he doesn't have as much power here as he does in our kingdom, so try to humor him just so he doesn't get too upset. You don't want to see him mad. Trust me on that.
So I've been warned.
Oh,
No.
we already have.
What happened?
You,
Makes like he like pantomimes the exploding guy as best he can, just kind of thrusts a hand forward and then makes a like exploding gesture with the fingers flayed out and goes,
Yeah, so you know exactly what I mean. Do not make him mad. Yes, the little guy goes, yes, Master, His Highness when mad is not good thing. He he can do way more than I can, and I'm best mage in kingdom.
I'm gonna lean down to Best Mage in Kingdom since he seems like a chill dude. So, how does His Highness scales look?
Oh, they are brilliant, red, brilliant that glow with a fury of fire.
Are they more like shiny or are they more like kind of like a brick?
Oh, they are very brick-like, good, strong
Okay.
bricks.
Okay.
As
All
you're
right.
looking down
Well,
at this
thank
guy, you
you.
can clearly see he's a kobold at this point.
Well, obviously, I just was curious as to whether he was metallic or chromatic.
Yeah, chromatic.
All right. Well, I do appreciate your highness's willingness to take us along on this journey.
Yes, His Highness is. You don't want to make His Highness mad. He seems to like you, otherwise he wouldn't be doing this.
Question. How does Highness feel about beings speaking his language who are not his type?
He doesn't, Cal. He'll if you mean as he starts talking to you in Tronic. If you want to talk to him Draconic, he listen.
I will respond in Draconic. Okay. So sometimes it's a touchy subject.
Ah, yes, I assumed you would speak it as well if you asked that question. He's still speaking to you in Draconic, as his voice seems to be a little more. He seems to be better at this language. He speaks
Understood.
Common, but he speaks Draconic. It's just whatever he's the
I, I
people he's
I
talked to at
slip into
first.
it every once in a while. That's all.
Ah, yes, yes. So we should be going now. I do not know this area, so I do not know what we can expect to run into, and I do not want to get into combat if possible.
Hey, Terry, be leading over to Beery. Like, oh no, no, there you go, there they go again. Well, there he goes, like pointing at Eric, like soft pointing at Eric. With the whole. I never caught. I don't think I actually caught what language he's speaking. Like, where he's actually told Victor that he speaks Draconic.
You guys should know I speak Draconic because I spoke it to the other dragon.
Oh, that's right. You did. I'm sorry. I'm just forgetting. Like, oh, there they go. He's off again. That's to
Basically,
be
Beery
interesting.
goes up to you. So, and this is in Draconic, so I can speak to you in Draconic if any need be, if anything needs to be said out loud. I know this is not the most common language around this area.
I will nod and respond in kind, saying, "Yeah, for whatever reason, we're in a situation where Draconic is better. Feel free."
Very well. You also seem to notice that she has a sword on her hilt now that you didn't have before. A long sword of some kind. Let me one of the things here.
Andaris kind of walking near Eric and the kobold, overhearing their conversation, will reply, also in Draconic, with a crude joke he heard.
Yeah, looking at her sword, it's got a pommel with a skull with a ruby in it, as well as the guard seems to be a bunch of other skulls with rubies in their mouths.
Are they humanoid skulls? Or are they
Yes, humanoid
Draconic?
skulls.
Neat.
So everyone, give me a perception check for the first day's journey.
At 20.
Perception. 13.
Five. I'm assuming Barry's Victor's talking to Barry about like her duties as part of the royal guard, yada yada yada. Just
So yeah,
chat.
basically, she explains to you she is the personally in charge of protecting the king when at the imperial capital of the kingdom, or when he makes journeys to other kingdoms like this one. That she's
And
been raised to be this position since she was born.
ah, you just be remarking like I just remark on have you so you have to execute your have you had to carry out your duties for very long? Like basically, literally, like have you seen a lot as assassinations seem to be commonplace?
No, they're
Attempt assassinations.
they. When I took the role after my predecessor just became too old to do it anymore, who he the king let retire with his blessings, since he served him for many years. There was a few attempts then by some groups in our kingdom that may have actually been dealing with probably Dragon's Bane kingdom, try to assassinate my father, but they haven't done anything in a while. I suppose, like he said, they thought this was an opportunity, being that he wasn't in his homeland anymore.
Well, what does he kill only makes you stronger. They honestly should have thought better.
Until
I
it doesn't.
Over the course of the day, though, Andaris, you do notice that there is you catch on some dire wolves that seem to be tracking you guys.
He would, not making a big screaming deal of it, but would kind of catch up to Orga and just lean in and be like, more of those dire wolves seem to be trailing us.
It's just more of them. They'll probably try to attack at night, I would assume, so deal with them then. You hear Braytarth break up. Wolves bothering us again? Just a second, as he seems to turn around, look at them. He just basically, you all seem to, the air seemed to tense up around everyone. Everyone needs to make a, let me check this here quick. Wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy, my favorite.
You modified 20.
12.
Mountain Blood? You there?
Possible dog emergency.
Yeah, possibly. Well, everyone fails, so you're all definitely afraid of Braytarth right now, as no one wants to be near him, but you hear the dogs yelping and running away.
What the fuck was his DC?
A lot?
I would say if he can polymorph as a dragon, he's a pretty strong dragon. So
Yeah.
it's probably like an 18 save or something like that.
It's higher than 20 because I got a modified 20.
As he seems to, everyone else is, actually I forgot to roll for one person. No, he fails too. As it doesn't seem to affect Beery or Barrack, as they seem to be walking along with them. He looks at you guys. Shit, that was probably a little overkill. Whatever, just trail behind, we'll be fine. They won't bother us now. After a minute's pass, you kind of calm down and everyone starts following back up with them again.
Yeah, everyone just kind of catches their breath like, that's
That's a spicy meatball.
Pretty much. It's mental note: do not piss this man off. In case that hasn't been made, just underlines it and exclamation points it.
So it gets to be about nighttime. You get to the good camping spot where you stayed before. Suppose there's no places to stay around here, is there? Says Braytarth.
Sadly, no, not when we pass through here. That does remind me, Orga, is that the bridge is still out? Last we checked.
Yes. When we get there, we'll go down over the bridge that I crossed to get there. It'll add about another half day to the journey, but we'll get there.
I know. Well, other than that, guess nothing to do than pitch up and rest for the night.
Second here. Pull up this thing here just to make sure I have this right. Hey. Barrack, Braytarth goes, you know what to do. Oh, yes, your majesty. As he basically waves his hands around, takes a small crystal out of his hand, as a 10-foot dome raises around everybody where they are. So basically, he cast Lehman's tiny hut. So basically, anything is
I
this
love
will be
the tiny hut.
what?
I love the tiny hut. The tiny hut is the best hut.
Nobody out tinies the hut.
So yeah, this should keep us good and safe for the night. So he kind of leans against one of the rocks you were in. So, well, let's just rest for the night. We'll cross that broken bridge apparently when we get to it tomorrow.
Yep.
Anyone else have anything they want to do tonight?
Not really. Just kind of pull. I guess Victor would we're trying to keep his armor on, like take only enough off so he can rest a little comfortably. A little bit.
As you notice, Beery seems to sit down, places her sword across her, sits cross-legged, places the sword across her lap, closes her eyes, and just kind of seems to meditate. The Barrack just seems to lay down and just kind of go to bed where he was. Nothing special with him. Orga goes, well, this is definitely going to make. So, no one can see in here, right? So we can just sleep the night away. No one needs to take watch. Barrack goes, yes, that is plan. Sleep well. Sleep well. This lasts for 8 hours, so get your sleep.
Be nice. Don't have no worries about having to take watch for once.
Okay. Anybody? Nothing else? No one wants to do tonight?
Not really. But I mean, Vigil is tuning up all his equipment back in town. So nope.
Yep, nothing leaps to mind.
Eric or Mountain Blood?
Nope, nothing else.
Okay. Since Mountain Blood doesn't seem to want to respond, I'm going to say that's where we're going to end the session for the night.